What else do we have from the Florida House?
This one theoretically won't cost more than printing costs for paper.
Okay. All right.
All right, you ready?
We'll see.
We'll see. Proposed Florida bill would require new teacher oath. A new proposal out of Tallahassee could soon require all Florida public school teachers to take a formal oath of allegiance to the state and the nation. Republican Representative Tom Fabricio out of Miami Lakes filed the bill called the Teachers Oath Act on October 13th. If passed, it would mandate that every classroom teacher in the state swear a professional oath before beginning their duties. Fabricio, who is also an attorney, said teachers should take an oath just like lawyers, doctors, and public officials do because, in his words, teachers hold something even more precious than money in trust. They are shaping the hearts and minds that will decide the future of this country. Here's the full text of the proposed teacher's oath. Quote, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the Constitution and government of the state of Florida, that I am duly qualified for employment as a classroom teacher in this state, that I will well and faithfully perform the duties of a classroom teacher in a professional, independent, objective, and nonpartisan manner, that I will uphold the highest standards of academic integrity and professional ethics, that I will foster a respectful learning environment for all students, which promotes critical thinking, civic responsibility, and lifelong learning, that I will serve as a positive role model in both conduct and character, so help me God. Fabricio said that more than 30 states, including California and New York, already require similar teachers' oaths. He added that Florida's educators should lead by example and defend the freedoms that make America great. But not everyone is convinced the bill is necessary. The Florida Education Association, the state's largest teachers union, says current laws already require teachers to uphold state and federal constitutions. Spokesperson Kat Canfield questioned the motivation behind the proposal and asked whether it would also apply to teachers in private or voucher-funded schools. Fabricio says the measure is about restoring respect for the flag, the Constitution, and the timeless values that make America exceptional. The bill, House Bill 147, will be considered during Florida's 2026 legislative session, which begins in January.
Mm-hmm. Nope, let them be.
I'm all for it because there's lots of people that work in government or in positions of trust that have to take oaths. He did mention doctors. He mentioned legislatures. He mentioned a few other examples. It's not unusual for teachers to have to take an oath of conduct. I say go for it.
I think if you suck at your hiring process, that's on you, and don't put it back on the people you're hiring, because teachers give a lifetime of an oath. They're poor by choice, all right, and they're working for the kids. And now some politicians telling them they need to take an oath could be where it's coming from that I don't like. Okay, you know, what oath did you take, Representative, whoever you are?
Don't they have to take an oath?
They probably do,
but
yes. But I mean,
I'm pretty sure they have to take an oath.
But the Constitution, I mean, he's putting this on someone else that's not his. It's not in his realm. I'm sorry.
Well, he did point out lawyers, doctors, and public officials like himself have to take oaths because they're in a position of trust.
No, I don't agree with it. We already put too much on the teachers, and no, I'm not. And like I said, it's coming.
They can't say a paragraph with their hand raised.
Why do they have to? They've already chosen to take the job. Did I make you take an oath to take this job?
No, but I'm not a public official.
But you're giving out public information to a lot of people.
But I'm not a public official.
You work for the person who hires you, and that's no, you don't have to take a freaking oath. Come on. It's your right to not take this oath too. So
like my personal opinion, it definitely feels like this bill like making them take this oath it will be like a much easier way to like fire teachers if they say something like that might not like fit like the guidelines of said oath.
Yes,
it doesn't sound like the bill has any teeth behind it if you don't. It's a waste of government time. It's a waste of government, and they'll have somebody who's in charge of this, so they'll hire 6 people to handle
who's doing the oaths and who's administering. No, stop. Let them teach. Let them teach. Stop having them teach to the test. Let the teachers teach. That's what they signed up for. They chose that profession because they have a teacher's heart. You chose to be a politician because you know why, because you wanted the power. So
He's a lawyer.
Stop trying to step into there. So no, I don't agree with it. So
Opposite sides on this one.